And we're live.
Well, a warm welcome to you all. I'm JJ. I am a life coach, and I eat mostly meat.
I'm Eric. I got to reach for it.
He was Eric.
I am a novelist, and I eat mostly meat.
Yeah.
But not only meat.
Yeah.
And together, we are Eric and JJ.
We are. And together, we're going to be coming up next year on our 30th year anniversary.
Yeah,
it's not yet.
It's a good milestone.
Saying it together, we're Eric and JJ made me think of that. Yeah.
So we are going to let people file in.
Mm-hmm. So I mentioned I'm a life coach.
Many times.
Yes. I just finished a big 90-day project, basically. So I'm happy to be done with that. It was good. It was a special class that met 7 times total. But yeah, we've had our coaches retreat. I helped with that. I have had the special class. So it's been 90 days. And now it is concluded.
And you can totally relax.
No.
You have nothing left to do. And it will all be Eric time from here on out.
Eric time, which means I'm available when he wants me to be available, but not
at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, at the drop of a hat.
Which I did not get in the vows. That was a big miss.
Oops. Yeah. No, actually, I finished the class yesterday, and today it's theater time, baby.
So what is the kids show you're going to be directing, co-directing?
The next show we're working on, Star Step Theater, is Frozen Junior, which we did in 2019.
So that was a long time ago.
So that was a while ago. We're in a new theater space. It's going to be a whole different production this time.
The kids were excited to hear it was going to be Frozen.
All of the kids except the 8th graders who were graduating.
So they didn't get to be in Frozen.
They didn't get to be in Frozen.
I have a big question for you because I've seen Frozen the movie. Mm-hmm. I've seen stage productions of it. I've seen your stage production of it.
Yeah.
Do you think that in the group of kids you've got who will be auditioning, there's an Elsa who can hit the big note? Maybe.
It's going to be interesting. When we did it last time, we had an Elsa. This time,
don't name names.
No,
We're
I'm
on
not.
YouTube.
No, the tricky part is going to be who gets cast as Elsa, because it needs to be someone who can hit the notes. Some of those kids who are probably the most reliable are not the oldest kids. So that's part of the trick of casting is that, I think we might have some older ones, but I know we have some slightly younger ones that definitely can. So it's going to be interesting because then we've got to skew the whole cast around who fits with that age group.
Did you tell these kids they should be eating mostly meat?
I have not told them that.
And that might free up their voices and allow them to hit notes they never dreamed they could hit.
No, as a matter of fact, the garbage we sell in our concession stand is shameful. And the snacks that they bring are usually awful, because you cannot get through a rehearsal, 2 or 3 hour rehearsal without having snack time.
When I was a kid, you never had a snack.
Oh yeah. You did in kindergarten. We had them in kindergarten, graham cracker time, which wasn't called that. But after that, you're stuck. You had to wait till your next meal.
Ebony Talks is here. We haven't seen you around for a while, but it was great to see that you're with us.
Very good.
Michelle is here. Good to see you. And Annette has joined us already.
Now, don't ask me to read these because they are like on the other end of the table.
We've got a different arrangement today. We'll see how that works. I have been eating back to mostly meat, as we talked about the last couple of weeks, with the Thursday exception.
Yes.
Although the prior week, there was a Thursday and a Saturday exception.
Yeah.
Because we had guests over.
Yeah.
And they brought sandwich fixings. And I ate a sandwich.
Yes.
And somehow there was ice cream in the house. So that did set back my progress a little bit. But I'm back on track.
Well, it was a planned thing.
I will say, though, that we also recently went to see a movie at a movie theater and a play in a movie theater. And in both cases, our daughter got popcorn which I ate a few kernels of. I didn't go crazy on it because I don't really love it that much.
Yeah, you've never been a popcorn person.
But what was fascinating to me is that when she went to the concessions to buy the popcorn at the movie theater, there was an upcharge of $2 whole for real butter.
Now, this was a small popcorn that probably cost $9 to begin with or something crazy.
Well, small in movie theater
small
terms.
Meaning
it was a bucket that could fit over my entire head.
Yeah. But yeah.
And we did it because I'm like, that's just seed oil city.
I think
but it was like I had a problem with it.
Well, I think she said yes immediately. She's like, yes.
Well, of course, who doesn't want butter?
Right. But then you said, that's good. You shouldn't have the cancer juice, I think you called it.
And then at the play where she got popcorn, I tasted it and it was unbelievably salty, which she took credit for. Like beyond any amount of salt I would ever want on anything. And I don't think it was real butter. I think it was seed oil butter.
I don't think so at that one. No, I'm not sure.
So the food supply is terrible. I don't recommend eating any of that stuff.
No, probably not. But I mean, it's one of those things that I've talked about. I'm glad there's more awareness about foods recently and eating more of a proper human diet. And yet, and I'd much rather have my daughter having the butter than the cancer, clearly. But it also is a bit of a distraction because I think, getting the real butter along with your gummy bears and your popcorn that was popped in seed oil, probably.
Yeah.
It's kind of a smoke and mirrors type thing. It's
not. Of course, it was popped in seed oils.
Yeah.
And of course, popcorn is very porous, so it would have soaked a bunch of that stuff up.
Well, it actually usually comes in, at least the stuff we have for my plays, some of that horrible stuff, it comes all together. Like it's pre-done. You don't put oil in and then the popcorn kernels. You put the brick of popcorn or the slab of popcorn.
And it comes pre-lubed with
and
seed oils?
Yeah.
I am down to, let's see, where's the number? I just was looking at it. I am down to 183.6 pounds from a high of 188 when I was starting this process. So down 5.
Starting this process
of going back to carnivore-ish.
Yeah.
Mostly meat. It could have been better if I hadn't had last Saturday. Last Saturday was a big setback.
Yeah.
Melanie is here.
Hey, Melanie.
Annette says, we did make 4 keto chow creamy pints. They're just sitting there in the freezer waiting. Meatloaf tonight, beef pot roast Saturday, and roast chicken Sunday. We had chicken wings just minutes ago.
Yes. I woke up this morning going, I want chicken wings. And so I had a theater meeting today and I texted you on the way home so you would know. I said, I'm buying chicken wings. And your response?
Ooh.
Yeah.
And they were good. Not enough fat, but I don't want that much fat. So I'm doing well. The Thursday carb refeed it just lifts the weight because the carbs go into the tissue and they bring water with it. And then I've got to have a day or two to get rid of that. But the other issue that I've been kind of fighting with for a long time has been anxiety. The panic attacks seem to be pretty much over. I haven't had one of those for quite a while. And the anxiety also seems to be having gone down to, I would say that I'm close to like a normal level day to day, which is fantastic. But I do not credit the diet for that whatsoever.
No? What do you credit?
I think about 50% of it is giving up the caffeine, the coffee. And the other 50% is the work that I've done to work on nervous system regulation.
You've done a lot of that in the past several
months. I actually wanted to talk about. I found a new YouTube channel. Just randomly came up in my feed. Maggie Sterling, Sterling, has a channel where she talks about nervous system sensitivity. And she makes a distinction between sensitivity and dysregulation. because she thinks there's a kind of a spectrum. And her argument is that you can do all this work, breathing techniques and somatic work to work on regulating the nervous system, but it won't help much until you work on the sensitivity and desensitize the nervous system. And at first I was like, I don't know if there's a difference there. But then after I listened to a number of her podcasts and episodes on YouTube, I was like, oh, I do get what she's saying. And she offered some insights that were really helpful for me that are very hard to articulate. But have made a big difference over the past couple of weeks. And so if you feel like you've got a lot of anxiety, panic, and it seems to be somatic, where it's just all of a sudden there's sensations or symptoms, maybe you have some health anxiety like I've had my whole entire life, she would be an excellent resource. But it takes some listening to sort of get what she's getting at. She offers a course. I have not taken it. I didn't buy the course. And I don't think you have to necessarily to get what she's offering, but because so much of what she's saying with nervous system sensitivity has to do with mindset, it is a little chicken and eggy. It's like, well, you need to accept and allow these sensations, but how do you do that when you have them and they're intolerable? So it seems contradictory, but it isn't. So I've used the sort of the mental movement many, many times the past few weeks to great effect. So I highly recommend Maggie Sterling's YouTube channel and all of her content. How have you been doing on the mostly meat journey?
I have been doing decently. I did notice that I think I told you, if I go to, like, if I just have the potatoes once a week, that's fine. If I get a little too many carbs in, like say Saturday, then my hips ache 2 days after when I'm in bed. So it's a very specific, weird thing. And it used to be the hip. I thought they used to ache a lot just because of my weight when I was a little bit heavier and the mattress and I didn't move that night. But there seems to be a direct correlation to...
So it's inflammation.
It's inflammation 2 days later. So that's just sort of interesting. But I'm actually thinking tomorrow's August, so I don't really have a plan for tomorrow. But I feel like August, we don't have a lot going on in August. And so I feel like I want to tighten up a little bit. And that I don't think that means giving up the Thursday breakfast, but maybe just a little less sweet taste in my mouth. That's one thing I'm toying with, like with electrolytes and things. I'm in the zone, but less. Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but tomorrow's August. So, or maybe a 24-hour fast, 36-hour fast once a week. I just want to tighten up a little bit to see what happens. I've not really dropped. I think I told you I dropped 5 pounds total since I gained the weight. So it's been many months. And so, yeah, I just kind of want to see, but I don't want to step into fasting land where I'm doing 72-hour fasts. I'm not there at this moment. So I could do that and have amazing results, but I'm not there. Or maybe I'll do one this month. I don't know. See, I don't know, but I need to actually tomorrow morning just sit down and do a little journaling and figure out what I want. I did mention last time that it might have been going back to my old eating window that's a little bit later in the day. But I don't think I'm going to do that because of the way my supplementation falls. It would screw things up. So yeah, I feel the urge to do something, but it isn't clear.
Mentioning supplementation, I have dropped a lot of supplements of late. Just because I was like, I don't know if they're doing anything. Yeah. And so one way to find out is to stop taking them. But I still take quite a few, but I was taking a lot of taurine. I was taking a lot of glycine. Is that right? That's what I was taking. Yeah, yep. I was taking a lot of glycine. But I was taking those to try to mitigate anxiety from caffeine and just anxiety in general. I was also taking L-theanine by not the handful. I was taking, I would take 400 milligrams with caffeine. And if I got edgy, I would take some more. It would sometimes help, but I got rid of all of that. But I was listening to a recent podcast on Diary of a CEO with Stasha Gomanek. So let us know if you watched that one by chance. It was ostensibly about sleep, but it was about sleep, vitamin D, and B vitamins. It's quite lengthy. She's a doctor, and so she works with her patients with these supplements and had done a lot of her own literature research to try to figure out what's going on with her own issues. And so she has a hypothesis. So I'm not here to tell you that this is the answer or anything other than it was interesting to me, because at one point she talked about burning in the hands and feet and neuropathy. And that perked my ears up, which are, permanently perked.
Mm-hmm.
But because I've been having this neuropathy in my feet. Now that has lessened over the past week or so. I don't know why. It could be from what I've done with the Maggie Sterling content, or it could be from taking a B complex. I had been taking a B12 for a long time because it helped control my homocysteine. But after listening to Stasha talk about this, her idea was that a lot of people would find themselves deficient in vitamin D and they would start supplementing and they would feel way better. And then all of a sudden they would start feeling terrible again, even though their vitamin D levels were okay. And she thinks okay is above 60. And I guess the literature led her to the B vitamins, and that high dose vitamin D over time can cause a depletion of some B vitamins. And now you may be thinking, well, if you're eating carnivore, you're eating all that meat, you're just getting tons of B vitamins, but maybe not. Maybe you're not absorbing them. Maybe I wasn't absorbing them. So there's a protocol that she has, and I didn't buy the book or the program or the workbook. I just listened to what she said on the show, and I said, I will just randomly do that with this B50, which is all of the Bs in 50 units. And so I've added that to my stack, and we'll see what happens with it.
And did you mention that's a cyclical thing?
Yeah, if it's like for 3 months, you do it if you tolerate it. If you feel way worse, that could be a signal of something else. I don't recommend doing anything based on what I just said.
Mm-hmm.
What I recommend doing is going to listen to Diary of CEO interview with Stasha Gomanek, Gominak. It's one of the most recent episodes as of July 30th or 31st, whatever today is. But I loved it. I thought it was a great, interesting podcast and interview.
I keep forgetting to watch that. You told me to. And
maybe it's because you don't think it applies to you.
No, well, I'm interested. If you tell me it's interesting, I'll probably be interested. And I like Diary of a CEO. But I think it's just partially, none of his stuff has come on my feed recently. And I'm so obsessed with watching Dr. Amy Horniman, who's a PhD.
Deborah Seeger is saying, I wonder if B100 makes a difference. Well, B50 is half of B100 because the original protocol she was trying was B100, and she had patients coming back, are you trying to kill me? Because they felt so terrible on it because it was maybe too excitating or something with their joints and nervous system. I don't really remember the details of it. And so the B50 was a more gentler kind of approach. But yeah. Melanie says, I love Diary of a CEO.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I saw that episode. And let's see. Annette says, I've dropped my fat grams below a certain threshold and I am down 11 pounds on the scale. I don't feel any different though.
Interesting. I'm taking in the data because that's what I just want a little bit of a reset. I feel like.
But dropped fat grams, which is counter to a lot of the conventional wisdom.
Right.
But it's what we've done as well. At least I've done. I can't speak for you.
For a while we were adding fat, and that didn't work for either of us. That was end of last year. And so I'm no longer adding fat, but I am having, the New York strip steak versus a sirloin. So my fat's still in there. It's in there. And I don't want to drop it too low, of course, but yeah.
I see Hoosier Carnivores in the chat.
Hey,
who
how you doing?
We met at a meetup in Illinois someplace that Carrie was doing.
The Chicago one?
Yeah, it was a Chicago one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was there and probably at a meat stock.
Yes, but your name is escaping me because I know you.
I know the Hoosier Carnivore tag.
And I know the name, like the name's in there. So hello and welcome. What was I talking about? Oh, you know what? I'm thinking maybe my first step starting tomorrow is just tracking.
Yeah.
And track a few days and then make my adjustments from there.
Matt,
yeah,
I think always a good way to.
I think that's what I'm going to. I think that's it.
Hoosier Carnivore says, I've also dropped my fat intake and upped protein. I'm down 31 pounds in 12 weeks.
Holy cow. That's amazing.
Congratulations on that. Great work.
Yeah. I feel bad. I didn't give Annette the same response. What was her weight loss again?
11 pounds.
And did she give a time frame? Just down 11?
No, not a time frame.
See, I would love to be down 11 pounds. I am about 10 pounds. Yeah, I had to think for a second. I'm about 10 pounds up from where I was last summer. And I'm feeling good. And I know weight loss will come. It'll come. But just having had it last year is like, oh man, the carb experiment was good. It was good. But I wish I could just do the genie blink and be back to where I was before the carb experiment. It doesn't work that way. If I could, maybe I could twitch my nose. I could never do that. I could never.
She also can't wink.
I can't wink. Here's my wink.
Melanie says, I think the fat thing is highly individual, despite what anyone says.
Yeah.
And let's see what Annette says. Carnivore didn't help me in menopause transition because I was overeating yummy fat.
Yeah.
The carbs fill me up, keeping protein high and moderating fat. This has been since May. Okay. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I guess that's what I want to see. Where am I overfuel? See, this is helping me process.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I overfueling? Because I think I might still be overfueling. And I'm not as satiated as I feel I should be. So that's kind of interesting as well.
Well, remember that you did a lot of fasting.
Yes.
On that weight loss track that you did. And you also were getting into doing the priming thing before a fast, where you were eating like high fat, high quantities of food.
Yes.
In preparation for fasts and stuff. So there was a lot of levers you were pulling back then.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just eat carnivore and watch the numbers go down.
No.
The way that it worked for me. And if I just went pure carnivore, it would work. But I have been having this issue with these crazy headaches.
Oh, yeah.
And I haven't been sure if it's an electrolyte thing or salt or something or what. But I have to watch it because when I go to almost no carb, they just are insane.
I was the headache person in the family. You had the gut issues. I had the headaches back in the day. So for you to get a headache is kind of not.
So we switched.
It's unusual. I don't have gut issues.
No, right. That's true.
Yeah. But I really, once I gave up gluten, the headaches were very rare. And on carnivore, mostly meatish, it's even more rare. More rare. That's funny.
It seems to track with the blood pressure thing because my blood pressure is actually excellent. But then if it's not, then maybe the headaches are related to it.
That reminds me, you talking about blood pressure. It's been on my reading list. I'm finally reading The Salt Fix. I don't know the author. But it's talked about in the community. And it's interesting. I've never had a blood pressure issue. So most of it is aimed so far. I'm on like chapter 6 or something, which is a decent way into the book because the chapters are fairly long, but so much of it's aimed at blood pressure, and the talk is about blood pressure, and that's just never been my issue. But I am curious about salt intake, so we'll see. We'll see.
Well, I tried to drink a bunch of salt tea, and it didn't really seem to be the thing that helped. So,
yeah.
It's always something.
Yes.
But what Maggie Sterling would say is notice it and get on with your life.
Yeah.
And don't let it stop you from doing whatever it is you have to do that day. And don't make healing your job. Instead, make your job your job.
Interesting distinction. The way you just put it, though, we have a similar tool called the 4 A's, and the first A is to acknowledge it. So you said something like, "Oh, there it is." What did you just say? Your first thing you do is go, "Oh,
there it is."
There it is. Is it really? Okay. Yeah.
Well, basically, I mean, I'm that's my version of it, but it's basically you notice the sensation, and then you kind of have to develop this flazida whatever.
Yep.
Kind of a mood, and get on with doing whatever it is that you set out to do. And actually, Dr. Sarno for back pain, it was the same thing. Is stop doing any stretches or taking any pills or doing anything at all to fix your back pain, and get on with doing whatever your life is about. And then it goes away, unless it's actually structural problem.
But yeah, so our 4 A's are acknowledge it, allow the feeling, the thought, whatever it is, allow it to pass. Ask yourself what you're committed to, and then act on that commitment. So it's a very similar thing. Yeah. It's our tool. It's been around 30 years. It
is interesting because you had talked about this with a depressive episode you had gone through not that long ago.
2017 it's been.
It was a long time ago.
It's been that.
To me, 2017 was like the year before last year, but it wasn't. Almost 10 years. But one of the things you said was you kind of came to this idea of like, what if this is how it's going to be?
Yeah.
And what am I going to do? And just get on with your life despite it being like that.
Yeah.
And then that seemed to be kind of the moment that things pivoted.
It was huge. Yeah.
And this is the kind of the same thing as going, well, maybe I have these symptoms in my feet or whatever it is, or this headache today. And maybe it's going to be like that forever. What am I going to do? I have to get on with.
How do I want to live my life?
Yeah.
Period.
If it's really debilitating, take an Advil. Otherwise, get on with doing whatever the tasks of the day are.
Yeah.
Dr. James D. Nicolatonio. That's the Salt Fix guy.
Okay. Yes.
De Nicolatonio.
Wow.
You have to say it fast. You'll never get it.
I'm horrible at knowing authors because I use a Kindle. And so I don't see the cover of the book. So it's not in my head.
I'm an author and I'm terrible about it. I'm reading this great Russian spy series right now, Red Sparrow. And I don't know who the author is, and I'm ashamed of myself. I really am, because it's really good, and I'd like to tell you who it is.
Annette has the book too.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I've heard of this guy.
Yeah.
But I haven't read the book. Annette says, my honeymoon phase with my version of carnivore lasted 4 years. I'm still carnivore according to 2 Crazy Keto since I eat mostly animals.
Right. Yeah. And yeah, I really feel kind of the same way, but I always said mostly meat. If you go back to the beginning of this channel, I've always said mostly meat because I would go out and have a salad every now and then. Yeah.
Well, he says, notice and get on with your life is great advice. Obsessing is problematic. This is one of those things where I was, I think about, because we watch Max Miller and we see these historical recipes, and then we get the history lesson. And I'm thinking, none of these people had the internet or even a library. So if they were ill, they had to go to if there was a healer, whatever that was, they went to the healer. Otherwise, they had sort of like healing lore that they might have learned from family members. and knew which plants, like maybe they could go chew on some willow bark for pain.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had to get on with the work because there was no surviving winter if you didn't get your work done during the summer and fall. So they worked with headaches and back pain and all kinds of maladies. And so they didn't have the luxury of talking to AI incessantly about their symptoms. And it was probably for the best.
Yeah.
Because AI will just validate you and say, "Oh, that's right. And here's what it probably is." And that says the 90s were 20 years ago. Yeah.
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I had a realization fairly recently that was, what is it? We're as far from the 80s now as the 80s were from World War II, which in the 80s felt like it was ancient history.
Of course it was, because we were little bitty young people. We were teenagers in the 80s, and we were like, World War II, that's ancient history.
Yeah.
That's all those old guys in town that shoot the guns on Memorial Day.
Yeah, the ancient people.
They were so old. Probably. They weren't, though. That's the funny thing, is they were in their 60s. They just seemed like they were completely decrepit.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Speaking of the 90s, we have a television show to recommend to you.
Oh, we do.
If you have Amazon Prime.
Yes.
And it's a TV show based upon the Legally Blonde character that Reese Witherspoon popularized. Maybe in the 90s. I don't know when that first movie came out.
That's what I think so. Yeah.
And it's called Elle, I think.
Yeah.
And it's about before the Legally Blonde story happens. And of course, it's not Reese Witherspoon. It's a whole, but it happens in the 90s. They take great liberties with the soundtrack, pulling from the 80s frequently.
Very frequent.
But a great, fun show. Very enjoyable.
It is
well done.
It is a feel-good show. Well written, well performed.
Funny. Lots of reversals.
Oh, so good. So good. Yeah. Obviously hitting our very sensibilities, and probably yours as well.
Yeah, you'd think a teen dramedy would be for teenagers, but it's actually for Gen Xers.
Yeah. Yeah. So good. So good. Yeah, and we came off that after watching Rome.
Now, Rome is not for the faint of heart or the young.
Oh my.
I did not know what I was getting into when we fired up Rome. It was really good.
Yeah.
But about 2 seasons was about all I could handle in a row.
It was very good.
And there are only 2 seasons.
And it was going from Rome to Elle.
It was a palate cleanser for sure.
It was definitely a palate cleanser. Yeah.
We talked about that. So JJ is a member of Dr. Barry's community.
Well, we both are.
Am I?
Yeah, I have us both listed in there.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And he's rolled out Dr. Barry AI.
Yes, he has. So I decided to go on it.
So how did he program an AI to say what he says? Probably gave it all of his YouTube videos?
That's what you do. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
there's other coaches who do that.
Okay.
Actually, I know, does Lily Kane even have that in her area too? Like, people do this. So yeah, it's programmed with all his. So yeah, I finally went on it. Here's why I went on. And me even talking about this is like out of my comfort zone. But I went on because he's been talking about it. So I was like, oh, let me just throw this in. I've been considering whether I want to keep my base tan throughout the winter because we live in Wisconsin. So what happens is May comes along when we finally are outside doing things and I get an initial burn. Now it's not awful, but I don't think burning's good. You don't get burnt really anymore. No. Once I've got my base tan, I'm good. So I was like, well, I'm going to research this a little bit. So I'm researching. And of course, everything is like, oh my gosh, that is the worst idea ever.
And you meant by going to a tanning machine?
Yes, because that's the only
way. Not a spray tan.
No, not a spray tan. Like literally keep just a very low level base tan. I don't have time to be sitting in tanning beds a whole lot anyway. I don't. And it's hard for me to get my head around too. But yeah, everything was awful about all the DNA damage and all the, like, just why would you do that? You're better off getting burnt than submitting yourself to that for months on end, like continuously. And so I was like, oh yeah, Dr. Barry, I just wonder what he says about it. So of course I don't have that chat pulled up, but it was the total opposite thing.
And it said, go ahead and do it.
It said, don't get burnt.
Yeah.
You're better off keeping a low level base tan and also getting sun exposure in the winter, which we do try to do, but it's not going to keep a base tan here in Wisconsin. It's just not. So I'm toying with that. I don't know yet. You can give your comments in the nice comments.
Well, just make sure that it's the right UV.
Right.
Not the one that gives you no benefit. Give the vitamin D UV is the one you want.
Right.
Which is it B? Or is it A? I can't remember which is which.
I can't remember right now either. So yeah, I'm considering that. I don't know. But that's got me into Dr. Barry AI. So I was like, oh, let's go ahead and do a sneak peek at Dr. Barry AI while we're here.
All right. So what do you want to ask Dr. Barry?
Well, I've got a couple questions that I've pre-selected. Just I haven't checked what he's going to say, and actually, it's called his health companion.
Okay.
So yeah, let me see.
So we won't do this too long.
No,
we know that watching people use AI on YouTube is not that interesting, but just out of curiosity, how Dr. Barry's AI will respond, we're going to do a couple questions.
A little variety.
But if you have a question you want to pose to Dr. Barry AI, we could type it in for you.
And this would be an advertisement for him. I'm not trying to, And
it isn't actually.
No, well, no, that's true.
It is not an advertisement.
We're in no way affiliated, but I'm not trying to go behind the scenes and like.
Okay, you type.
Yeah, okay.
Or we'll never finish this segment. And we'll have massive people flooding for the exits.
All right. Am I doing it now?
Yeah, go ahead and hit enter, and then we'll see the answer before we put it up on the screen, because we don't want to make sure we're clearing this.
Yeah.
It's taking a long time. I see that.
All right.
Oh wow, there's a lot of answers.
Holy cow.
It's a long answer.
It is. All right.
So here's what it looks like.
Yep. So I typed on common mistakes for stalling weight loss. And first is joining the gym. It's a terrible weight loss method. And he says more than 60 meaningful studies show that very little benefit comes from the exercise for losing weight, but still exercise is good. Second is trying to eat less food. And third is buying supplements, protein shakes, bars, powders, thinking that's the secret. That's a very American approach. It's backwards. You need to stop eating the carbs. Once you do that, you'll start getting healthier and losing weight. And then it gives you the next question. But let's go on.
So what's your next question?
My next question I'm going to ask is, I'm thinking of doing a 36-hour fast. Should I? I'm asking for advice here. Let's see.
Hit it, enter. I'm noticing something right away with this. It is not responding in Dr. Barry's voice.
It brings up some colloquialisms,
scroll up
on occasion. But yeah. It's fine. There's research. Benefits kick in around the 18 mark. Are you already fat adapted?
But I don't see how this would be different than what you would get from Chat GPT.
Do you have one that here, how about this one? Let's see. I have a beef aversion.
Oh.
How can I do BBB and E? Beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. I don't know who's calling me, but you saw the number. All right. You can absolutely do it without beef. Eggs are your anchor. Bacon is still on the table. Layer in the other proteins. Fatty fish. He's letting that on triple B and E. You could call it triple triple B and E with fish, beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, and fatty fish.
I'm not impressed with this.
No, I swear I got a little more Dr. Berry voice the other day. Yeah, a little bit more. But there you have it. There's a look behind the curtain of the Dr. Berry AI.
I would join the community for the community. Probably not the AI at this point, but it'll of course get better and better as time goes on.
Well, that's what I'm thinking is that I think they might have done it something with it actually since I last saw it, because you're right. It doesn't have his voice at all. And it did have some of his voice when I checked about the tan.
And that says new tanning beds are fine. It was a bit overblown way back then anyway, I think. So now you have complete permission to go tan. Would you do it like once a week?
That's what I'm thinking. Again, I can barely go get a massage when we do. Like, when's the last time we've had a massage?
I cannot remember.
I've got things to do.
It's been years. I need one.
I've got things to do. So, yeah, heading to a tanning salon regularly would.
Plus use sauna and cold plunge.
Yeah.
And you do that here. Otherwise you wouldn't do it at all.
No, I wouldn't. So yeah, I'm thinking probably once a week. Just, yeah. And I don't want to really stay dark or anything. I just want to keep that. I don't want to burn. I just don't want to burn.
Or you could, in the spring, just go out for a short period of time and start building it before you go out for a lake day or something with a friend.
Yeah, but it just hits where we could be in winter coats in April, and then May comes along and it's time.
And you get a nice day and you want to
time.
go out. Yeah, that's true. So
yeah,
I think that is our diet and health content that we've got prepared.
All right.
We went to see a movie of a play.
Yes, we did.
That our daughter was very interested in seeing, of a Broadway show called Hadestown. Let us know if you've heard of it or have seen it.
Yeah.
But we went to see the movie of the stage play, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. So if you like musicals and you'd like to see a movie of one, it's a good one to see.
It was very good. And it was really interesting to me because, our daughter likes it. I didn't really know much about it at all going in. Our daughter loves it. I've got kids who come through the theater who it's like their favorite play and they want us to do it, which there is no junior version. And I can see why that would be a tough one. So the first act, I'm like, it's good. It's good. And then the second act, I was like, oh, it is good. So now I want to see it again, knowing what I know as I watch the first act. Because the first act sort of laying all the groundwork, and it's good. I mean, I wasn't falling asleep or anything. It's good. But yeah, that second act really hit it home for me. So it was, I enjoyed it a lot.
So that's a recommendation.
Yeah.
Melanie is saying that massages have been part of my health maintenance plan for many years, but you need a massage therapist who does more than fluff and buff. The problem I have with it is I don't like making appointments. I need to be able to have it happen when I have the whim.
Yes, that's our life. It's your whims.
But I could really use some work.
Yeah. Back when I owned my dance studio, one of my students' mother was a massage therapist, and she would barter. And so then I was.
Oh, that's right. I remember her.
I was getting regular massages.
But I've been doing so much wrenching on different pieces of equipment of late. I've been in awkward positions and on the ground, and I'm all stiff and sore.
Yeah.
So the bank will not let me transfer money from one account to a different bank.
Speaking of making appointment, I mean, this is an appointment, but you had to get on the phone.
I'm so angry about this. I'm talking about it on YouTube.
Oh.
Chase Bank, your bank non grata. And it was a very small amount that I was needed to transfer to a different bank to cover a withdrawal that was going to happen. that I had forgotten I'd hooked up to that specific account. So, and I put it in through the portal. I got it all hooked up through their website. They made little mini deposits to verify that I had control of it. And then their fraud department said no.
You know what, though? I just realized this will make you even madder. Here I go.
Well, that's my favorite thing. All right, let's go.
No, I set that up for our daughter. Our daughter's account is at the bank that you want to transfer the money to.
Yeah.
So I'm able to transfer money to her account.
Well, maybe now that I've gone through this process once, they'll be like, "Oh, that's okay."
Yeah.
But if I ever to do it again, Chase, you're out of luck.
Mm-hmm.
My patience starts at 0.001, and it just goes down from there.
Yeah.
So I'm mad at you. So I've been doing this work, this Maggie Sterling work. I've not been doing any work at all because that's the whole point.
Don't do the work.
Is you do your actual daily work instead of thinking about your health and your symptoms all the time. But I've gotten back. I've been back into working on my book 9 of this series, and the past few days I've just had great progress on it.
Oh, good.
It's not close to done, but it's been pretty fun to be able to use the technique when I get a case of the I don't want us.
Oh.
Because if you ever have something that you kind of need to do, but you don't want to, it's the same thing as a physical sensation you don't want to be experiencing, a thought you don't want to be having, an emotion you don't want to be experiencing, a person's texts you don't want to be receiving.
He's not saying my text.
No.
But
you have this experience.
I have this experience with texts I don't want to be receiving.
Pretty much everything you don't want kind of works the same way. It is, so it seems. It's like, oh, instead of letting the not wanting stop me, I go, oh, I'm going to do this while I don't want to, which was basically how my entire childhood was. And I think that was actually part of the problem as I got older and independent. I was like, well, now I don't have to do the things I don't want to do. And that's not true.
And then your bank doesn't make the transfer.
That's right.
You got to do the things.
But the money was there. It's mine. They should just transfer it when I ask for it.
I know.
It's not fraud.
No.
So I've been using that when I'm like, this chapter I'm working on has been hard and it's kind of a puzzle. I'm not sure if it's working. And then I go, oh, well, I guess I will be writing while I have that thought and those feelings, but I'll just be writing anyway.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is that then that thought and feeling just kind of dissipates. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'm down into it and it's good. And then you interrupted me yesterday going, we've got to go to this play.
It was a weird time of day for you to be working.
It was.
At all, because you usually work earlier in the day.
I got inspired. So
and this was,
after it.
It was after 6.
So we saw a live performance of Matilda yesterday.
Yes, we did.
Which I had not seen ever.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I hadn't either.
I guess it's based on a Roald Dahl story, which I'd never heard of. So, interesting. Not my favorite play, but some of the singing was great.
Yeah.
That cast was local. It was local theater.
Yeah, it's really cool. The guy who does our music directing in our youth theater created his own summer theater program a couple years ago, or a few years ago. And he's our daughter's age. He went up through our theater with her. And so, yeah, it's really neat to see him doing that. You know, I've known him since he was a kid, and it's
a little kid.
Yeah, a little kid. And so it's really neat to see it, I'm not passing the torch totally because I'm still in it, but to see the next generation going on and seeing a lot of the people who have worked with us, and some of the kids still are with us, but a lot of them have graduated out, and just seeing them in it too. It's just really, really cool to see that, and other people too. So yeah, it was neat. It was very cool. Some really good singing.
And that suggests a massage chair. We had one at one point.
Yes.
That was so long ago.
So,
we gave that away.
This is how long ago it was. we got it because when people do a nursery, they usually get a rocking chair.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't want a rocking chair. I want a massage chair.
Oh, okay.
So I got it for the nursery. And, our daughter's almost 23 now, coming 23. And so, yeah, we had it for that. And it was funny, though, because remember how you did that there was that shush and shake, not shaken baby, but there was the massage would just do it for me.
Oh, okay.
You could just
I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
And then it would do.
Because you'd burrito her.
Yep.
In swaddling.
Yep.
And then there was this light shaking that would soothe. We learned that from The Happiest Baby on the Block.
Yeah, that was it.
Which was a good book.
That was.
I only got to practice it on one baby, which was probably enough.
Yeah. So yeah, we don't have that massage there.
See, Manelini says, my massages have been scheduled for the same day and time for many years.
Wow.
How frequently? Like once a week, once a month, once a quarter? There was a time when I was going once a month. Mm-hmm. But I would schedule the next one at the end of the previous one so that it was on the books.
Yeah. And what she's doing is the way to do it.
But I want more of a sports approach, like really get in there and make it hurt to get benefit
the fluff
from
and
it.
buff.
I don't want any relaxation. I want therapy. We have vid viewers saying hello from Sydney, Australia.
Oh, hello.
It's good to see you from Sydney.
Yeah.
Whatever time it is there, I hope you're having a wonderful day.
Mm-hmm.
And you arrived right at the end because we have now completed our entire agenda that we had written on this piece of paper.
I have one more thing.
Okay, go ahead, please.
And this is our daughter works at a thrift store, and she sent me a picture today of a salt cutting board that they got in. She said it seemed very carnivore.
It's made of salt?
So it's made of salt. There's a frame, and then there's a block of salt in it. And it's interesting. And I think I've seen it on occasion here and there, but I was like, I don't really know what use it would like.
Well, you would throw a slab of meat on there and it would soak up the salt.
Yeah.
And then you'd flip it over, it'd soak up more salt. And then, I guess.
Yeah.
You would season it while you prepared it.
So I didn't buy it because I didn't want to store it and I didn't really know the use of it, but it seems really interesting. So I don't know. She works tomorrow. So if you feel the urge, yeah, I don't know. And I know salt is sanitary, like automatically.
Well, it's better than the microplastic cutting boards that we have.
That's true. Yeah.
So we shouldn't even have those in the house.
That's true.
We're breathing near that cutting board is just breathing microplastics. Maybe even nanoplastics. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know how small they get.
Our main one's bamboo, but I don't even know if that's good now.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Depends how much plastic is in bamboo.
Glyphosate bamboo. Yeah, I don't know, but the cutting board is there should we want. But
all righty.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us on this
you.
Friday. It was pretty free form.
Unless you're in Australia when it's like Saturday, I believe.
Probably.
So, yes.
It might even be 2027 there.
It could be. All right. Again, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a delight hanging out with you. And we're going to take off. So,
okay. Every day stronger.
Every day more blessed.